All right, happy Monday, friends. You guys, it is a new start. It's a new week. I know it's a holiday, all right? And I know that you're already making excuses in your head. Well, I'm not really going to stick to my plan this week because there's pie or stuffing or whatever. You guys, this is a lifestyle. It's not a diet, and I'm not asking you to give up anything. So this week, as you go into it, I want you to plan on having the treats. I want you to plan on living your life. Good morning, Karen. I want you to plan on the pie and the whipped cream and whatever else you're gonna do on Thursday. It's totally cool. Okay, so the idea is to make a plan that serves your life so you don't have to put everything on hold and pick it back up next week. So I decided today is my day one. I was gonna do 21-day fix on the 1st, and then I got, what I got the Rona. So today is day 23 and I'm still not 100%, but I woke up excited to begin again. And that's what it's about. It's about not weighing everything and being like, I'm up to it or I'm not up to it. It's about you feeling excitement in your heart around some area of your journey. And some of you are new and it's going to be struggling and you're like, I don't have excitement. I don't have that gift. You will cultivate it the more consistent you are. So today is my day one of the 21-day fix. I took my measurements. I took my photos in bathing suits even. I did a one piece, I did a two piece, I did clothes. And I recorded my data. It's just data, it doesn't matter, okay? I'm physically brushing it off. I'm asking you to do the same. If you are towards the end of a program, I want you to measure. I want you to see where you're at, okay? Because like we talked about this morning on the virtual Zoom workout, a lot of times we look at ourselves every single day and we don't necessarily see the change and the transformation. And that is why it's really important to take the pictures and to do the measurements and to weigh occasionally, not if it's stealing your joy and taking away all of your victories, but just to be kind of keeping track of that data. Those photos really do tell a story. And when you look at yourself every single day, sometimes it's hard to tell. So I'm encouraging you wherever you're at in your journey. If maybe you've been kind of sort of showing up this month, well, it's a Monday. It's a perfect day to begin again. I don't care that it's Thanksgiving. I don't care that there's Black Friday. I don't care that you have traveling and all these things to do. This is still your life. Your life doesn't get put on hold because of holidays or trips. It's you living your life, right? And so I want you to incorporate this and fold it in and figure out how to make it work for you, not to be perfect, but to do what you need to do. So I made a post that this is my day one, that I modified, and so I'm asking you to do the same. You need to modify if you need to modify, and if you have been modifying and you're capable of taking it up a notch, then you need to take it up a notch. You're not just necessarily gonna all of a sudden transform into this butterfly. It's going to take you taking your own temperature of your own journey. Did you hear that? You taking your temperature of your own journey and figuring out where you need to push, where you need to pull back, where you need to rein in, where you can dial it in. It's not about being perfect. It's about you being willing and able to pivot your journey as many times as it takes, okay? Okay. So that being said, if it's not your day one, I want you to recommit to a mindset mantra. I want you to recommit to some personal development. I want you to realize that this isn't just about, food and movement. This is so much about heart set and mindset, and those are the most critical part of this entire freaking journey. So I got out of bed this morning all anxious and ugh. It got me out of bed, and I was like, what a perfect day to start some fresh personal development. So I've had this book, Do It Afraid by Joyce Meyer, on my nightstand. Some of you might have it. If you do and you want to read it with me, cool. I just literally read 4 pages today, and I wrote down one nugget that spoke to me, actually put it on my whiteboard, that fear will never make circumstances better, but it will rob us of our strength to deal with them and our ability to think clearly in the midst of them. Fear will never make circumstances better, but it will rob us of our strength to deal with them and our ability to think clearly in the midst of them. And that really resonated with me. So I wrote it down, and I'm going to remind myself of that. And I'm not going to say, it's a Monday, it's a day one, I'm going to do all the things. Okay, that's not what this is. This is a holiday week. This is a lot of us dealing with sickness and getting better. So it doesn't have to be all or nothing, you guys. I'm asking you to layer things into your journey. If you've got the workout piece going great, that's awesome. Way to go. Gold star. What can you layer in this week? You don't have to do all the things, okay? So to be really transparent and honest, I don't know that I'm going to do my containers this week. I'm just happy to be alive. I'm happy to be moving my body and to be recommitting to my mindset because I was really faltering in my self-belief. So will I go 100% with my containers? Probably not. Am I going to be mindful of them? Yes. If you're not doing containers, then whatever. Does anyone else's look like this? Like, where did all the colors go? I don't understand. So I have 500 reds and 500 greens. The containers I don't really use. I have one fruit, which I don't really eat fruit here in Montana because it's hard to get. What was I going to tell you about that? I don't know. Okay, so anyways, moral of the story is I don't have one. This is about progress over perfection. This is about you taking your own temperature with where you're at in your journey and being really honest about it. You don't have to do all the things, but what do you need to do this week? What can you focus on? Maybe it's doing a daily energy practice every day. Maybe it's getting up earlier to have your devotional. Maybe it is you needing to like get outside and change your physical environment. Even if it's 5 minutes, it all freaking adds up, okay? And those of you dealing with Shark Week and you're like, I can't physically work out, I get it, I hear you. I am asking you to still save that time block every single day and utilize it for some part of your journey. So maybe it's mindset, maybe it's meditation, maybe it's actual rest. If you don't take that block out because you're like, well, it's Shark Week, I can't work out, or my kid is sick or whatever, if you still preserve that space and you still show up to it every single day, that's the most important part to keeping the momentum going. If you're like, well, I'm going to shift this week and I'll just eliminate that. Do you know how much harder it's going to be to add back in next week versus if you keep it, you preserve that space that you've already committed 3 freaking weeks or however long to, and you're like, I'm going to read a book, or I'm going to meditate, or I'm going to pray, or I'm going to physically just lay down and be still for a minute. You guys, that is such an important part of keeping your momentum going. So challenging you to do what you need to do. And yes, so let's see. What are the comments over on the Facebook group? Let's see. Okay, so Karen is happy to see me. I'm happy to see you too. And Temis is going to enjoy her Thanksgiving because wonderful food. This is true. I'm planning on pie. I'm planning on whipped cream. We always make this janky AF Jell-O salad. I'm going to have some of that. I'm going to have stuffing. I'm going to eat all the things. I'm going to have the gravy because there's no such thing as bad food. I really don't think there's any such thing. I mean, like, you know, cheese in a can obviously isn't good for you, but moderation. And the second that you put something on the do not fly, this is evil list, I don't know about you, but I want to eat a whole lot of it. So I'm going to have a little bit of all the things. I might have a lot of pie. It's fine. There's fruit in it. It's totally cool, right? And I'm just going to keep showing up. So keep showing up. All right. If you're going to eat maybe more than you normally do, drink your water, move your body, and then celebrate your wins. Don't let it get out of balance where you're like, oh, I ate like an a-hole, or oh, I did all these things, or I didn't move my body. Collect your freaking wins this week. That's what it's all about. The name of the game is collecting your wins and just doing the things that serve you, right? Right. All right, cheese again. Okay, party ponies, I hope that you log your workouts. If you're not using bod groups, I'm encouraging you to go over and to log your workouts today because I think it's a really awesome tool in your tool chest, right? Right. Alrighty then, I'm going to go get off and I'm going to start homeschooling and doing all the things. But, you know, you guys, this is your journey, okay? It doesn't need to look like mine. It doesn't need to look like anyone else's that you follow. Move your body every single day. Maybe that's squats. Maybe it's dancing in your living room. Maybe it's a workout you push play on. Maybe it's you going to the gym. Maybe it's you getting to the box, your CrossFit, whatever, okay? It's your journey, so freaking own it. Stop making excuses for it. Stop comparing yours to anyone else's. Well, if I can't show up that way, then it's not worth showing up. That's bullshit. And even if that means you can't show up the way you used to, like as I am right now, 23 days into this stupid journey thing, this stupid virus, I can't show up the way I once would have. And last week I was really depressed about that. But then this week I'm like, well, this is just where I'm at. This is just where I'm at. And I'm going to honor it. And I'm going to do my best. And I marched in place for a little bit with 21 Day Fix. And you know what? I still got to work out. I still got to sweat. I still get to check the freaking box. And that's what it's about, right? Right. So today, do the thing that serves you. Stop making these excuses. Stop playing these games with yourself that needs to look a certain way or be a certain way in order for it to count. That's total garbage. This is your journey. This is your life. It doesn't stop when there's a holiday or when there's a sickness. You just deviate, right? You just change the plan. You change your trajectory. You still are taking ownership and being proud of where you're at because if you're alive, you deserve to be proud, right? Right. Okay. Good talk, friends. Let me know what your plan is. Are you committed to a program? Are you starting a day one? Are you recommitting to personal development? Like, I want to know what you're doing. Okay? Okay.